What's up, everybody? It's your boy AB. Welcome to the channel and welcome to another very exciting Combat Master video. And boys, if you guys didn't know, the Alfa Bravo team released the most recent Combat Zone gameplay trailer. And let me tell you guys right now, this is bar none the most exciting gameplay we have ever seen of the Combat Zone. I'm pretty sure by this point most of you guys have already watched this gameplay reveal trailer, but if you haven't watched it yet, feel free to watch this with me, and then later on I'm going to point out a few things that I think are very exciting because they kind of do clarify a few things. Not everything is clarified, but we start to see some of the gameplay mechanics and some of the things that we were suspecting or expecting from the brand new Battle Royale, aka the Combat Zone. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it one more time with the audio on full speed, and then we'll watch it back in halftime, and we'll kind of stop and point out some of the things that I think really stand out. It's freaking crazy. Whoever is putting together these videos is a freaking legend, bro, because every video is always like super exciting. The energy is there, the Combat Master movement is there, the gameplay, the guns, the colors, the aesthetic, everything is Combat Master, but now in a Battle Royale. Why is this playing? Jeff, yo, Jeff, if you happen to see this, I would highly recommend you check out the Combat Zone when it officially releases. Just putting that out there. Alrighty, so I want to start with this image here. We see our brand new operator with his bright red jacket, his bright red gloves. By the way, Alfa Bravo, I believe these are actual branded gloves. You guys might want to be careful with that. I don't want to see you guys getting in any more trouble. But besides that, in the top left here, we start to see the map, the zones, the rings, the timers. Looks like we might have like a 10 or 12-minute game. We see a maximum of 64 players. I've never seen this number higher than 64, and 64 players might be best for a smaller map like this. I would consider this more of like a resurgence style of map if you're familiar with Rebirth Island or Ashika Island, or maybe even something like Vondel. This is something about along that lines as far as size. And again, some of the UI stuff, we see the 1, 2, 3 plates is health and the cash system. If you guys didn't know, the Combat Zone will have cash, it will have plates, it will have loadout buy stations, and yeah, some very interesting, very Warzone-esque elements. By the way, guys, this is the maximum settings at 1080p. This might just be like YouTube compression, kind of making the video a little grainy, a little pixelated, but bear with me, guys. Trust me, I'm sure it's going to look a lot better when it's in our hands. And with this image here, we start to see more of the overall UI. Our soldier now has a weapon, he has some daggers. We're starting to see how many players left, 0 kills, and again, our cash system, our guy here has 800 cash. Someone is jumping off of a building, or maybe jumping off of this crane. They're using the parachute system. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to utilize our parachutes freely anytime that we jump off of a tall building. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to use the parachutes to kind of break our fall. It doesn't make sense in the real world, right, that you have an infinite amount of parachutes, but Warzone does it. It's just a gaming thing, and I'm pretty sure that the Combat Zone will be utilizing parachutes in the same fashion. A few other things to point out in this image are that our soldier is using a vest, has a gas mask, and then you see the number of plates there. But we also start to see what the iron sights will look like on the brand new P90. It is pretty accurate, and this looks very familiar if you've played any other FPS game. The P90 is a classic weapon. We've seen it time and time again in most FPS games, and in this game it looks faithfully recreated. We see the long magazine that sits on top, and then the iron sights, and a very clean sight. This looks very nice. I like it. We've been wanting new guns, and we're starting to see what they look like in action here. Okay, and again, a clear image of what it looks like to have the P90 in hand. Riding the zip line, shooting the P90, using our daggers, getting kills. Very similar to what we've seen in multiplayer. Something to point out in this video is that it looks like a lot of the multiplayer aspects are transferring over to the Battle Royale. So if you're wondering what this is going to feel like, what movement is going to be like, what the gunplay is going to feel like, it looks like it's pretty much identical. All of those assets are being translated over to the Combat Zone. And with this image here, we are starting to get another perspective on what the overall map looks like. This is not an open desert. there isn't a lot of empty space. There are monuments, there are points of interest, there are buildings, there might even be bunkers or some underground systems going on in this map. There is a lot going on here. There is a lot of places to run and loot and hide and maybe get the jump on somebody. This map here, just this image here, opens up a lot of possibilities as to what the gunplay, the matches, the gun fights are going to feel like. Every time that I see something new from the combat zone, it just gets me even more excited because I think everything looks really, really good. And here we have another bird's eye view of the map. I initially thought this soldier was skydiving and doing an inspect at the same time, but if we go back and watch, he's actually standing on what looks to be the edge of a crane. So he's on top of a crane, and that makes more sense, right? Because inspecting while you're falling doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but Combat Master would probably be crazy enough to do that. The new punch daggers look great. Everything has that overall red and white theme. And one thing to point out, if you guys didn't notice, his jacket is actually blowing in the wind. This is the first time that I've noticed like fabric animations in Combat Master. So very impressive. The only other game that I've seen really utilize this is Warzone and Warzone Mobile. My guy is literally, I don't know what to call this except cable running. We have zip lines. The zip lines right here along the bottom, right? The zip lines, you jump towards the zip line, your operator hangs underneath it. But with this cable running, I'm gonna call it cable running. My guy is running along the top of the cable, so you're gonna have to balance your movement. The zip lines will carry you. The zip lines are automatic. Cable running here, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to have good control over your movement so that you don't fall off, but it does open up more possibilities for the overall movement. It just opens up the possibilities, and this is something that was totally unexpected, but it is very well welcome. One thing that I will point out though, it looks a little funny when we see our guy running across the top there. It reminds me of this viral video of Tekashi69 running around his property with the AK-47. Very goofy, but I'm sure for a video game it's fine. And here we have an image of what appears to be a redeployment, possibly after a gulag win. There are now only 27 players in this fight. The gas zone seems to be closing in a lot more. This just adds a little bit more clarification of what the gameplay loop is going to be like. If you're familiar with the Warzone system, then you're going to be right at home with the combat zone. More gunfights. We see old soldiers. We see new soldiers. We see sniping. Sniping is going to be OP as hell. I predicted snipers were going to be super powerful in the combat zone because of these big maps. And guys, I'm ready. Believe me, boys, I have been sniping in Combat Master basically since the game launched. I'm not like the most amazing sniper, but trust me, boys, I can land some good shots. And when we land into the combat zone, you will find me in Provosk. I could be anywhere, boys. I could be at the top of this needle. I could be at the top of the statue. I could be tucked away in one of these garages down here. But best believe me, boys, when you guys read that sniped by AB_XY, best believe that's me, and probably with the AWM. I'm super excited, guys. The combat zone is basically right around the corner. The Alfa Bravo team did tweet out that the update will be releasing next week. I don't know what they consider next week, considering there's only a few more days left in the year. I'm not exactly sure what they mean by that. It could be Saturday, it could be Sunday, it could be Monday, it could be Tuesday. But there's only a few days left in the year, and they got to drop it soon. I know the community's excited. I'm excited, and I can't wait to freaking play. And boys, that's going to be it for today's video. We hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. And if you would like to see more Combat Zone gameplay, then make sure to subscribe. I plan on streaming, making videos, loadouts, goofy moments, all that stuff, guys. I feel like we're going to have a lot of content. Thank you so much for all the love and support on this channel. We did hit 8,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. You guys are freaking legends. Huge shout out to the channel members. I couldn't have done this without you. Your continued support just motivates me, and it really does mean a lot. It means the world to me, guys. I can't wait to see you guys in the combat zone. I'll see you guys in the next video, and thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay strong, and stay healthy. Peace.